Hey there, deep divers. Ready to dig into some Bitcoin mining. We've got soaring hash rates, political endorsements, and maybe even some drama, too.
Sounds exciting.
You said it. So you're interested in Bitcoin mining. We've got these two articles for you. One from Decrypts, all about U.S. miners hitting these record hash rates. And then there's this other one from Coin Paprika about a new Trump-endorsed token.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, WLFI it's called. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet.
So this Decrypt article starts out with this crazy stat. He says U.S.-listed Bitcoin miners now control almost 29% of the global hash rate.
29%.
28.9 to be exact. I mean, that's a huge chunk of the global hash rate. What kind of impact does that even have?
That's a good question. So think of hash rate like the processing power of the entire Bitcoin network. It's this massive decentralized computer, right? And every single miner is out there contributing their computing power to try and solve these super complex mathematical problems. More brain power equals solving the problems faster equals a more secure network.
So the higher the hash rate, the more secure the network is.
Exactly. And this whole thing with U.S. miners being so dominant, it's kind of a big deal. Remember back in 2021 when China banned crypto mining?
Yeah, that was huge news.
Totally. Well, once China was out of the picture, U.S. miners saw an opportunity. They had the resources, the infrastructure, a way more favorable regulatory environment than a lot of other places. And now they're reaping the rewards.
And speaking of rewards, this Decrypt article mentions that JP Morgan's calling U.S. mining stocks looking really attractive right now, especially with the election coming up.
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on. You see, regulatory clarity plays a big role in the financial markets. And right now, the U.S. offers a more predictable and transparent regulatory framework for crypto compared to some other parts of the world. That kind of stability can be a huge draw for investors, especially those looking for that long-term growth potential.
Interesting. So for you, are you surprised by JP Morgan's take on U.S. mining stocks, or is this pretty much what you've been seeing in the market?
I think JP Morgan's observation is spot on. There's a real sense of opportunity in the U.S. mining sector. But, and this is a big but, we also have to remember how volatile both the crypto market and the stock market can be. It's a bit of a double-edged sword.
It's like trying to sail a ship in a hurricane.
Yeah.
You think you've got a plan, and then the wind changes direction on you.
Exactly. And speaking of unpredictable things, let's talk about this new token, WLFI.
Oh, yeah.
The one endorsed by Donald Trump. It really shows how much politics are starting to impact the crypto world.
Yeah, the WLFI launch has got everyone talking.
For sure.
I mean, a Trump crypto token. Who could have predicted that?
Yeah.
But before we get into all that, can you give me a quick breakdown of what WLFI actually is?
Yeah, so WLFI stands for World Liberty Financial. Basically, it's being marketed as this DeFi token, short for decentralized finance. It's all about creating a more open and accessible financial system using blockchain.
Okay, so it's trying to shape things up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And then you add Trump's endorsement on top of that, and boom, they raised $5 million in the first hour alone.
Seriously? $5 million. Wow. But you said something earlier about drama. What's a catch with this whole thing?
Well, the launch has been, let's just say, bumpy. They've had all these problems with their website crashing. People couldn't even buy the tokens if they wanted to.
Well, a total technical meltdown.
Pretty much. And in the crypto world, when you see something this glitchy, especially with a big launch like this, it makes you wonder if they were really ready for it.
It's like they threw this big party but forgot to set up the music or order enough food.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Exactly. And get this, Trump wasn't even at the launch.
Oh, really? I'm kind of surprised by that. You'd think he'd be all over it.
Yeah.
Especially with the election so close.
Right. This Coin Paprika article we're looking at even mentions that some crypto experts are a little concerned about the timing. One expert, Manuel Ferrari, even said people might be better off just putting their money into Bitcoin instead.
Ouch. I bet that didn't go over well.
And there's something else about WLFI that's a little strange. At first, they were only letting accredited investors buy in.
Accredited investors. What does that even mean?
People with like a net worth over $1 million. Or those with a really high annual income. Like at least $200,000. So much for DeFi being open to everyone, right?
It is a little ironic. It's supposed to be this decentralized system, but it sounds pretty exclusive to me.
Exactly. And even with those restrictions, they still had problems processing the sales. Makes you wonder about the long-term plan for this whole thing.
It's wild, right? We've got these big U.S. mining companies on one side. They've got all this computing power, and they're playing the long game. And then on the other side, there's WLFI, this brand new token, backed by Trump, of all people. But the launch has been a disaster.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how diverse the crypto world really is. I mean, you've got these technological forces like the development of new mining hardware and the decentralization of networks, but then you've also got these really strong social and political forces, government regulations, celebrity endorsements, even things like we're seeing with WLFI with the election coming up. It's constantly changing. It's fascinating to watch.
It really is. So we've covered a lot today. What's the one thing you really want our listener to take away from all this?
That's easy. The world of Bitcoin mining and really the entire crypto world is full of opportunity, but it's also risky. We've seen how U.S. miners have taken advantage of changes in the global market, and we've seen how a single endorsement can have a huge impact on the industry.
And we've seen how a bad launch can really make people nervous.
Exactly. Things change so fast. It's all about staying informed, doing your research, and not being afraid to ask questions.
Couldn't agree more. So to everyone listening out there, remember, knowledge is power. These articles have given us a glimpse into the forces that are shaping the future of Bitcoin mining. Technology, politics, the possibility of huge profits or huge losses.
Okay.
As you learn more, think about this. Which of these forces do you think will have the biggest impact on the future of Bitcoin mining? That's something to think about. Until next time, deep divers.